All right, so it's a random Friday afternoon here in Miami, and as a small business owner, at least in the beginning, you end up working every single day, crazy hours. Every few weeks, I decide, you know what, I need a little break. So we were scheduled to record some stuff, talk about the other store. I said, you know what, let's go have a beer and let's decompress. So we're here, and I'll bring some thoughts about entrepreneurship, about the military, and I'm going to try to talk over the guys who are working and the guys who are working over there while I'm drinking a beer. One of the things that I personally did not like in the Marine Corps was the fact that I had to shave every single day. I absolutely hated shaving every day. That was the one thing I woke up in the morning and I did not like doing. It was shaving every single day. So now that I don't have to shave every single day, I shave about once a week, sometimes once every 10 days, basically whenever I want. I definitely do not miss that about the military, and that is one of the things I enjoy about no longer being in the Marine Corps specifically. I understand where the shaving comes from, the military appearance, the clean cut, in the event that you have to wear a gas mask, that the hair may allow gases to seep in. I don't know, all that other stuff that they say. If that is true or not, I don't know. I've talked to firefighters who tell me that that's really not true. But I can see why the military does it because of the discipline side. I still don't like it. By our shop, there's a micro brewery. I don't know if I'm allowed to say their name, but I will. Magic 13 Brewery here in Miami. I'm a big fan of IPA, and they always have good IPAs, so I'm drinking a beer. Let's talk a little bit about how the other store is going, the second location. It seems that although I know more about what I'm doing now, it is somehow more complicated to open a gun store in 2024 than it was in 2018, 6 years ago. Coming across licensing issues from the town, from the county, from the state, and not to mention the ATF on the federal level. Because without those lower tier licenses and permits and whatever, you won't get to the interview with the ATF. I don't know if it's on purpose, but I definitely didn't have these hurdles the first time go around. We recently had an interview with the ATF people for our license. You know, it lasts a few hours. You answer some questions, you talk about the laws you understand, how the 4473 and all that sort of stuff work. And ultimately they said, hey, you're gonna get your license in about 2 to 3 weeks in the mail. So we're waiting for that in order to be able to start the new location. Taking a step back, what really do we need in Miami in order to get the license, right? The FFL. First, we needed to rent a commercial space. So we needed a lease. And in that lease, it specifically needed to say that we were going to conduct retail of firearms, transfer of firearms, engage, something to do with firearms. It had to be in that lease. Then I needed, from the county of Miami-Dade, I needed a occupational use, something along those lines. It was a form you needed to fill out. It was not very straightforward to do. It's not easy to find. And I'm sure there's people out there that know how to do it and they'll do it for you for a fee. But trying to cut corners, I did this on my own. Once you had that, then and only then were you able to apply with the city for a local business tax. A local business tax is, in essence, they're allowing you to conduct business in that town, and you're going to be collecting sales tax for them. And finally, you need to obtain from the state of Florida a resale certificate so that you can legally collect sales tax from people, and then in turn you can pass it along to the state. Right? In this case, 1% will go to the county of Miami and 6% will go to the state. Once that was done, then I was able to get the interview for the FFL. Went to the interview, now we're waiting for it. Once I have the FFL, then I'm going to be able to apply for a special occupation tax, also known as SOT, which allows us to deal in NFA items. SBRs, silencers, long process and not easy. Even though I've done it in the past, this time was more complicated than in, a few years back. I don't know, maybe the administration, maybe the way the ATF is handling things, but that's what you need in order to open and start an FFL in Miami-Dade County, Miami, Florida.